Hello everyone and welcome back to my freak show. Now please don't watch this video if you don't want to be possibly spoiled for episode 6 of American Horror Story for tonight's episode. Please know this video is only a speculation and made for entertainment purposes only, so don't be a dick about it in the comments. And if you like this theory video, please like and subscribe. This video is dedicated to my new patron CW. Thank you so much for believing in me, CW. Now the preview starts with Harry and Alma in Belle's house, with Belle's hand over what looks like a ball of fabric, while Austin says, "We tried to be welcoming. You can't say we didn't give it a chance." And then the next shot shows Harry going to baby Eli's crib, only to find him gone. Hey, at least they stuck with the name Eli. At least they did something well to honor Doris. The next image is Harry and Alma from the second floor. Harry is telling her that they're done with the pills. And we get an image of Ursula, then it goes to Alma, who calls someone a coward. Harry shouts that he can't risk losing you, which we assume is Alma. The Whistling Pete finds a body in the water, and the police finally take notice that their sheriff is missing and telling what we think is the city that they're hiding something. Holden is snickering, the chemist is smoldering, and Ursula is preaching. She says, once you sell your soul, it's gone. Alma and Harry hug, hopefully before death. And then we get a wicked grin from the beautiful Belle. And a porch light flips on, it turns red. Harry and Alma go through Belle's gate. Belle pulls out a switchblade. Karen enters the sea. Ursula is surrounded by the pails. The pails burst through Belle's home, and Belle screams, "We're gonna clean up this town," while holding out a knife with Austin beside her. Oh my god, I'm getting such hotel vibes from that. Now guys, bear with me, I have a little theory on how this episode ends. Karen's blood mixed with Mickey's, which contains the pill. We don't know, of course, what happens to someone who takes the pill and then they ingest blood from another pill taker. So I speculate that Karen drinking Mickey's blood might have caused a mutation. I doubt that the scene in the preview is a memory or some kind of a flashback. So why did they include it in the preview for episode 6? I think sea animals ingested the tainted blood and mutated, perhaps becoming beached on shore, maybe attacking people, if there's anyone left. And though the police try to keep it hush, the information leaks and attracts unwanted attention from, dun dun dun, the government. With the disappearance of Chief Burleson and all the pails that have obviously taken over the town, the sea creatures, the police are now majorly suspicious. Finally. Harry knows that Belle and Austin will kill them if Alma doesn't stop taking the pill. But it's the attention that they're getting from the police that's the straw that finally breaks the camel's back. Harry wants to stop taking the pill, and Holden agrees. He's got enough money to save to retire, so it's Holden that Alma calls a coward. I think Holden is going to get scared as hell and talk to the police. And this prompts the chemist to have Belle and Austin kill Holden, and it's his body that we see in the ocean in this image. Sadly, the jacket and scarf in the water, they are very blurry, but they do seem eerily similar to what Holden is wearing here in this picture, which appears to be like he's in a courtroom. Harry is going to yeet out of town with Alma and the baby, but Eli has been taken. I hope he's with the cured Doris. Oh my god, just poor Doris, y'all. I'm still so traumatized. But I really think that's wishful thinking on my part. In the show, more than likely, Belle and Austin will abduct little Eli, forcing Harry and Alma to come to Belle's house. Now, based on the preview and the images I was able to secure, I have no clue as to how the season will wrap up with Red Tide. I doubt that Harry, Alma, and Eli will get a happy ending. The fight does take place, it seems, at Belle's house, and I can verify that this is Belle's house. We saw it in episode 3, and the bricks and the fireplace, the brick fireplace actually verify it. Then we see the pails break into the house. Now at first I thought maybe, guys, that the chemist was pissed. Her experiment has passed its expiration date since the population of pills has become too much. Perhaps it's drawn the attention of the police and maybe now the FBI, the government. And the chemist decides that it's basically time to shut that shit down. So she commands the pills to kill everyone who took the pill in the town. She did say that in episode 4, that out of 9 out of 10 people who take the pill will turn into a pail. That's a lot of pails for such a little town. At this point, she's basically got a huge army. I would absolutely love to see her use it. However, in the preview, we clearly see that the chemist is running as a pail breaks into Belle's house. Excuse me. And that leads me to speculate she didn't command them to attack. She's standing behind Belle and Austin as they shout that they're going to clean house. So we do know that the chemist is there. But I don't think that the chemist has any control over the pails because she had to threaten the first pail with a gun to get him out of her house in one of the other episodes. So I don't think she's immune. The pails don't attack the pill poppers because they recognize the smell of the pill in their blood. So why do the pails bust into Belle's home right here? I think this is the key to the finale of the episode. Do they smell the baby and want to drain baby Eli? And if so, doesn't the fact that Belle and Austin and Harry and Alma are with Eli, doesn't that protect him? And if the pails wanted the baby so badly, why didn't they take Eli when Doris ran out of the house in the last episode? Did someone command the pails to attack Belle's house? It couldn't have been Belle or Austin themselves, because why would the pails attack someone who has taken the pill when history shows us that they do the opposite? So guys, none of this shit makes any sense, and I'm so ready to get answers for tonight. Even the pills have me frustrated. Do they affect only creative people? And what is the criteria to be creative? A viewer of mine pointed out that Austin, the first pail, and Doris vomited when they took the pill for the first time. Yet Harry had flashes and Alma fainted. Why did they react differently? Austin was successful, where the pail and, that other person that I refuse to name. Now that I think of it, y'all, Alma is actually not very creative. She just plays the music that somebody else has already composed. She doesn't make anything original like Harry, Belle, Austin, or Holden. I've seen your comments, and it seems that everyone can agree that one must have ambition for the pill to succeed, not necessarily creativity. The first pale man had talent, but remember, he was a good guy. He was passive-aggressive and wanted to change the world with his music in a good way. So it seems like the pill doesn't work on people with a conscience. Anyway, the pills just aren't normal. Just like their teeth, their moves are short and sharp, and it appears like their bones shift when they move. That would be painful to a normal human being, but maybe it's not so painful for an alien. I just have a gut feeling that these pills are changing their brains, ceasing the production of dopamine, and morphing their DNA, becoming less human and more alien every single day. Now, one more thing, guys, I just have to point out, and that's the color red, and I think that ties in with Ursula. Also, I know red is a very much color for emotion, but red really stands for revenge. And this is one more thing I don't understand about Ursula. We see the synopsis for the episode, and it says that Ursula's, sinister plan comes unveiled, or, whichever it says that, basically Ursula has an ulterior motive, and it comes out in this episode. So in the preview, we only get one image of Ursula, and that's of her in a graveyard, surrounded by pails. To me, the clip is very short, but she doesn't seem afraid. She's not running, and it appears that she's by herself. So why would Ursula go to the graveyard by herself when she knows that it's full of pails? Especially when you-know-who is there. It would be hella funny if she was left there by Alma, or, something like that. If just Ursula was just totally left and lured to the graveyard and just, left there. That would be hilarious. But I don't think that's going to be Ursula's end. I speculate that Ursula knows one of the pails personally, and that's been her motive this season. Guys, it just can't be a coincidence that we don't know Ursula's last name. She's in the film and television industry, so it would definitely make sense that either her family or her spouse is too. Now, for the sake of this video, let's say that this is a he, and this was Ursula's husband, and his name was Joe Blow. I speculate Joe Blow needed inspiration. He wanted to be successful and make his wife proud, so he came to P-Town to write. He ended up taking the pill and ended up a pail. Now he's missing. Ursula knows that he wouldn't leave her behind and just get up and leave her, but that's what her friends and family are telling her, and maybe the police. So Ursula plots a way to get one of her mediocre writers into the town to find out what's going on. Ursula could be the owner of the house that Harry is renting, luring the Gardner family into P-Town under the guise of Doris redecorating and Harry writing. Ursula is the one who tells Harry to stay in P-Town after he literally kills a pail in a sunroom. So I think her goal was to get Harry and his family up there so she could try to find Joe Blow. And when she discovered the information about the pill, she realized Joe must have taken them. Now, I know what a lot of you are going to write in the comments. Why did she let Doris turn into a pail if she was there to save one? My answer is, why not? Ursula isn't necessarily a warm or kind woman. She's a powerhouse who isn't afraid when Mickey came to kill her. She brushed her shoulders off like it was nothing and just rolled with it. She probably wanted to see if the pill was associated with the pails, using the Gardner family as her own personal little guinea pig. And I think she went to the chemist under the guise of making her money. But yet, in reality, Ursula just wanted to know what the chemist looked like and where she lived. Now, I do hope that Ursula will reach out to the Pales and convince them to rise up against the chemist and everyone else who has succeeded. It would actually make a lot of sense and kind of give reason to why the Pales attacked Bill's home. But again, guys, a lot of this is just speculation, and we're just going off the previews. So this was just a nice, fun little theory video to speculate what the preview could be, or what the episode could be for tonight. What is your prediction about tonight's episode? Leave your comments below because I love to read them and comment back to you guys. Don't forget, weekly Wednesday live streams are every single Wednesday. Tonight's live stream is at 7 p.m. and Beyond the Horror will have a special episode tonight at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. My review for AHS will be posted as soon as I get them done, so hit subscribe if you want. If you like the video, press that like button, guys. Thank you all so much for everything you've been doing to show me the love. YouTube is actually enjoying my content now, thanks to y'all. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching, and beware of our girl, Sexy Scathitch.
Beware of Sexy Scathitch.